Good morning. Welcome to Hobby Evolution, episode 280. I forgot already. 286 or 287. Welcome to Saturday. Big day today. Wisconsin Dells Card Show Day. I am stoked. I saw some pictures on Twitter and social media yesterday and made want to jump in my car and drive up. I think it's about a 45-minute drive for me. I've only been to the Dells a few times. There's a really good steakhouse there called Del Bar. So I've been there a couple times, driven through there on my way to Minnesota a couple times. But I don't know exactly which location it's at. I'll have to plug it into the GPS, but I think about 45-minute drive for me. What's up, George? So I'm dealing with, I am dealing with allergies today. It was like a jinx yesterday morning. A couple of my coworkers, we were IMing back and forth. Somebody asked how have your allergies been? I'm like, mine have been fine. Haven't had, a couple issues here and there, but nothing major. And then a little bit later in the morning, I was on a call and I could hear the build up right in here. I could just hear it in my voice. Actually, it sounds, as I listen to myself talk, it sounds better than what it did at that point. But then I did some yard work yesterday. I tore out my old raised garden beds because I destroyed them with that big machine last summer. The name of it is escaping me. When you plug holes in your grass, whatever that thing was. So the yellow weeds that I had put a picture on Twitter a couple days ago, tore those out, pulled up the garden beds, and then I mowed. It's been super dry around here. We're in like a drought, super dry. So when I put the grass in a bag and I bag it and take it to there's a place just down the road that you dump your grass clippings and yard waste. And so it's so dry that it's just like grass dust right up in my face, right up in my nostrils. So I did a lot of sneezing. I just kind of vegged out last night. I did a lot of snoring. I fell asleep on the couch. I woke up to my wife yelling at me to go to bed, assuming I was snoring. That was at like 9:30. I went to bed at like 9:30 last. Well, I fell asleep on the couch at 9 and went upstairs and went to bed at 9:30. Which is good because then this morning, I was up bright and early. I made a Dunkin' run. So yesterday, thanks to Zach, I went to Quick Trip, which is just down the road, just around the corner. Aerator, thank you. Lawn aerator that's what it was. I just destroyed those garden beds. Has more power than I expected. So I did the Quick Trip coffee. Very good. Today I went with Dunkin' because it's Saturday and I didn't buy any coffee yesterday, but that was kind of by design because I did want Dunkin' today because I wanted one of their breakfast sandwiches. Last time I went to Dunkin' on a Saturday, my wife asked why I didn't buy her a donut. So I bought her a chocolate donut. And there's an ATM. So I'm going to the Wisconsin Dells Card Show today. There's what used to be a free ATM. So my baseball card account is through Capital One, which I'm not familiar. I've never actually gone to the ATM with this account. So I knew that this particular bank, which is pretty close to the Dunkin', was a free ATM. Well, now it's got like a $2 surcharge. So now I've got to look up to see where I can find a Capital One ATM. So that's why I went to Dunkin' and did not do Quick Trip this morning. So what's up, Diego? Good morning, Wisconsin. Good evening, Korea. What's up, Herman? Good morning. Herman just walked out of Walmart with 6 fat packs of Bowman. Nice. Speaking of Bowman, I did receive my shipping notification from Topps. Some people already received their blaster boxes that they ordered on Monday. And I saw some as early as Thursday, and a bunch of people got theirs on Friday. My shipping notification just came yesterday. So the FedEx tracking says delivery Wednesday. I hope that's not the case. I was hoping, I'm expecting Tuesday, and hopefully it's Tuesday. so I can rip some Bowman blasters. Yesterday, MLB Shop had hobby boxes and retail boxes on their website. Hobby boxes were 250 and retail boxes were 120. So I did a cost analysis on it, and the hobby boxes came out to be at that price point, I think $1.04 per card, which is pretty expensive for, well, not comparatively. If you go to the card shop or Blowout, it's like $3.25, which is like $1.50 per card. Retail boxes was like 42 cents per card. Now you don't get a guaranteed auto, but you get twice as many cards. So I'm not in the autos, especially when I pull the one. Well, my Cubs auto that I bought on eBay, I paid $20 shipped for this. So say you pull this, you sell it for $20 shipped. You know, after fees and everything, fees and shipping, you know, you're looking at a $13, $14 profit, and you're paying, you know, if you bought from MLB Shop yesterday, $250, and you get $12 or $13 auto out of it. So that's why I went with retail. I bought 3 retail boxes. So I've got some pretty serious Bowman coming my way. 10 blaster boxes and 3 retail boxes. So I'm going to have a big rip party at some point next week. I don't know when the MLB Shop is going to be shipping theirs. I think it said shipped by May 21st. So I like it. If that is the case, it's staggered, so I can rip my blasters like Tuesday or Wednesday next week, and then maybe a few days later I get my retail boxes. Spent too much money. This is going to be an expensive weekend because Javi Baez was in Project 70 yesterday. And thanks to, I think it was Dave. I apologize if I got that wrong, but they tweeted at me and said, hey, Javi Baez, Project 70. So I went, and artist proof was still available. So I bought the artist proof of the Javi Baez, and I can't even remember. Was it F Dot? I can't remember who. No, it was Soulfly. I think it was Soulfly did the Javi Baez. So it's in the 56 design. I'm not a fan of that design of 56 tops. I am not a horizontal baseball card fan, but it looks good because it's got El Mago. So I do like it, and it's Javi. So my PC within a PC, my player PC within my team PC. So I bought the artist proof, and then today the Wisconsin Dells show. Looking to buy some Cubs and dig through. One of the guys I actually met, he's Mad City Cards on Twitter and Instagram. Actually met him, kind of a younger kid, high school kid. Met him in waiting in line at Target last summer, back when only 4 or 5 people waited for the vendor. So he was up there yesterday, and he showed off some dollar box finds, and he found a couple Bowman Chrome autos for $1. There was a Victor Robles, I think it was a foil rookie for $1. So some good bargains to have. So today is the Wisconsin Dells card show. I'm looking forward to it. It's my first card show that I am not running since 2019. The first card show I went to since I guess 2020, because I set up a table in February 2020. So I take that back. The first big show since the Spectacular in Chicago in November of 2019. So I'm looking forward to it. Got some friends that I haven't seen in a couple years, vendors that are up there. So check in and say hi. Be nice to do that. Not on social media. As cool as social media is to connect, it's great to have those in-person meetups. So I'm looking forward to that, because we haven't had too much of that in the last, 15 months, 14 months. So looking forward. I think that's probably the biggest part, just to get in with people and talk to people that aren't cashiers at a grocery store or in a drive-through. So looking forward to that. So what am I looking for today? Nothing in particular. And that's how I approach every card show. I go in with an open mind, and whatever I see that I like, that's priced right, that's what I'm going for. So I'd like to pick up some vintage, some pre-war, but Cubs, but it just depends on pricing. A lot of times I just spend all my time in bargain boxes, in that's kind of the fun thing for me at a card show, is digging through the dollar boxes and the quarter boxes, doing a little arbitrage. So I can pull out all the Cubs and, say I buy $50 worth of Cubs cards, and then I'll also pull out cards that I think I can flip on eBay. And say I spend $100 and $50 on Cubs, $50 on other cards, and my hope is open mind and a tight wallet, and hopefully I can flip the other cards, the non-Cubs cards, for more than $100, and that way my Cubs cards are essentially free. So that's kind of how I approach the bargain boxes, and I've had really good success the last several months in card shop bargain boxes, where I'm pulling out 25-cent, 50-cent cards and selling them on eBay for upwards of $25. I sold a dollar card. Well, Corey Seager Chrome Rookie, pulled it out of a dollar box, sold it for $50. So there's a lot of those deals that you can find as well. So that's what I'm going to do to approach today's card show in the Wisconsin Dells. I'm going to try, I don't know, so a lot of these facilities, the Wi-Fi and the internet is just terrible. So it's really hard to post anything and to do any social media stuff. Hopefully that's not the case at this particular place. So hopefully I can post some of my finds and some pictures of today's card show. So my card show is coming up next Saturday, a week from today. Looking forward to it. I think we're up to 25 tables. We were able to make it. NBC affiliate here wrote a story this week, so got some of that publicity. So sounds like we're gonna have a bigger audience than what we did in April, and we had a nice size crowd for the first show in April. So I'm looking forward to building off that success and having a big May show. So that'll be fun next Saturday. My quarter boxes, I think I've been, like, the last 2-3 weeks I've been heavily sleeving because I want to get to that 50,000 quarter card mark. So people can come through and dig through and do some arbitrage on my quarter cards. So I've went heavy on sleeving. I think I still do have one box to go through to sleeve up some cards. But now it's kind of like I'm in the organization stage where I want to get the rookies in a box. I want to get the first Bowman cards in a box. I want to get all the non-sports cards in a box. And the sport and baseball separate, football, basketball, other sports will have a box. And then if I have time, I'll pull and I'll do like a Packers row or two, a Brewers row or two, just because it's a local team. So if I don't get to that for this show, then definitely for the June show. So George posted on a local forum to tell me your team, and I'll send you some cards. Very cool. I like that. And George also bought a rare Molina today. So that's what I had for today. Kind of a short one for Saturday. Gonna do some shipping. eBay's been really weird. So I've seen a lot of people complain on eBay with the category changes and the item specifics. So I haven't had too many issues with that. I did run into a case like on Wednesday or Thursday night. I was trying to list something and there was some glitch. It was glitchy, but I wasn't having any problems with standard envelope shipping, and I saw a lot of that. But I had like hardly any sales. Like I average, and my average has gone way down because I'm focusing less on the 99-cent cards and more on, the $5 cards and stuff like that. So I was averaging, and I think I still am averaging, I don't know, 60 to 65 card sales a day. Let's do the math. So my 90-day average, 58.31 divided by 90, 60. So 65 card sales a day. At like 11 a.m. Friday morning, yesterday morning, I was at one One sale, a 99-cent sale. And like, and I didn't have another sale until like 2 p.m. All of a sudden at like 2 p.m. I had 10 different transactions, 10 different sale transactions come through. It was like eBay like put me in timeout. And all of a sudden they're like, okay, your timeout's over. Here, everybody look at Bo's store. Just really bizarre stuff. And so I looked, by the afternoon, I'm like, I still haven't sold it. I've sold one card today. This is insane. So I went to look at my my metrics, my stats, and they're way down. They were like half of what they normally are. So I don't know. eBay's got some weird stuff going on, especially in the trading card categories, and I'm sure it's because of the changes they're making. But it's kind of annoying. Actually, no, it's not kind of. It's super annoying. But it has allowed me to less sales. Gives me a little more time. So I guess in that instance, more time, less money, which I don't like that. But I guess we'll take it. Sometimes I do. It is kind of refreshing to be like, oh, only a few sales in the last couple hours. I can get caught up on shipping. So that's what I had for today. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the chat. Stay tuned. Check me out on Twitter at 1,000,000 Cubs. I'll be at the Wisconsin Dells Card Show today. I'm going to take off at 10 a.m. Time it so because my drive's going to be 45 minutes to an hour. So I can time it up with Hobby Hotline. I know Brad, Texas Card Dude, is going to be on this morning. So check that out, Hobby Hotline on YouTube. I'll be listening to that on the drive up, and hopefully I'll be walking through the doors. Doors open at 10. My wife's like, so what time are you leaving tomorrow? And I said, I'm going to leave at 10. She goes, oh, what time does the show start? I said, well, it starts at 10. She's like, well, why aren't you leaving earlier so you can get there when the doors open? I'm like, the doors actually opened yesterday the doors opened on Friday. So it's not like I'm, first one in, first day. So I'll just head up, an hour, fashionably late. Diego is going to help build another shed. I need your handiwork. I talked about my raised garden beds and how I destroyed the old ones, tore those out yesterday. My new ones did come in. But I just bought, it's like, I wanted to like hire somebody to make them, but with the price of lumber, no thanks. So I had to go the cheap route and just buy them off like Wayfair or Home Depot again. And so they arrived yesterday. So it's still a little early. I tend to, now May 15th is kind of like the target date for my garden when I was in Illinois. Now in Wisconsin, I did that the first couple years, and we had a frost like May 17th, 18th, 19th. So now I just wait until the 3rd. So the 22nd. So probably next Sunday. There's a nursery just down the road, actually right next to Quick Trip. There's a nursery that we buy most of our stuff from. So I got the card show Saturday, and then maybe Sunday do some gardening. My mom will be in town. I'm hiring my mom. She's not accepting my money. I hired her to work the front door for the card show next Saturday. So she can probably help us pick out some plants on Sunday next week. So that's what I had for today. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the chat. Follow along. Hopefully I can tweet out some pictures throughout the day from Wisconsin Dells, the card show. Have a great Saturday. Diego, enjoy building that shed. George, have fun pulling those angels. I'll get to pull those this weekend. So have a great Saturday. I'll be back on tomorrow. Probably a little later tomorrow. I'll probably sleep in a little bit tomorrow. So maybe between 8:30 and 9 tomorrow. Let's call it 9 tomorrow morning. So have a great one, and we'll see you tomorrow.